Hey guys, this is the Ordinary Guys podcast. I'm Dion,
My name's Chris.
and we're back at it again with another one. So let's dive right into it. Talk about addictions.
You want to talk about addiction?
Yes, sir. Everybody has a vice.
Yeah, including myself. as a matter
Including
of fact.
myself. I'm not immune to that. Definitely.
Well, I don't know if I ended up telling you, but maybe about 2 weeks ago now,
Mhm.
I started picking up cigarettes again.
What, bro? No.
Yeah, man. I have maybe like a cigarette, like maybe every other day or so.
I thought you just like vape though.
Well, where's the vape at?
I don't know, bro.
I ended up giving my vape away, so I'm just,
Holy
I didn't want to spend that much money. Talking about maybe $75 for the mod, and then maybe another $35 for the tank, and then you have to buy the coils, and you have to buy the e-juice, and it just gets expensive.
So it's cheaper just to smoke regular cigarettes.
Pretty much. I mean, I know that it's worse.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I mean? But
I mean,
gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
coming from it, well, that's definitely an addiction, nicotine, of course.
Yeah.
I've definitely had that addiction. I smoked for 20 years, bro. 20 years.
That's a long time.
I started when I was 16, like in high school.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people can attest to this. Like, you try so many times to fucking quit. You know what I mean? You say, oh, I'm going to do it this time. New Year's resolutions come and go. You say you're going to quit, and it just doesn't happen. And it starts to take over your life, bro.
That's how it's been with me. I mean, I stopped. I started up like at the age of 18, and then
Okay.
I stopped once I ended up having my daughter. We ended up having my daughter at the age of, I was at 21 at the time.
Right.
So yeah, 3 years of smoking wasn't too bad, but then after some time, because of jobs, because
Right.
of stress at home and whatever the case may be, it was just a crutch that I always relied on every now and then. And it seems like now with this whole pandemic going on, I'm starting to fall back
Stress
into
levels
it,
again, going back up.
So
Was there smoking in your house as a child? Like when you were a kid, like mom, mother, or dad?
surprisingly, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, I guess I ended up picking it up because when I was younger, a lot of my friends would smoke.
Okay.
Go to a party,
Right.
there'd be people smoking all the time,
Right.
and it's just, eventually I caught on with it, and it just went from there, man.
I grew up in a house, both parents smoked. Aunts and uncles came over, everybody smoked. And everyone, all it came from that era where your parents in the car with you, all the windows up, your parents are smoking, like fucking chain smoking.
Well, your parents were born like what, in the 40s?
In the 50s.
60s,
Yeah,
50s,
like
60s?
50s, 60s.
Yeah, during
So-
that time it was,
Like I literally
dominant.
I was probably like around 9 or 10.
yeah.
My mother or father would send me to the store to go get them packs of cigarettes, and it wasn't a big thing. I walk in, I say, let me get a pack of Cools or Newports or whatever, and they give it to me. I take them back to my parents. It wasn't a thing, until it starts, they start doing studies and all this
With
and all
me,
that. So.
it was more so with alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Being around the house.
Right.
So I remember my dad, or well, my sister's dad, he would always be, having dinner or whatever, and then,
Right.
hey, can you go ahead and grab me a beer out of the fridge? And
Right,
I was
right.
maybe about 5-6 years old at the time,
Right.
So I go grab him a beer and run over back to the kitchen table and hand it to him. And then as I got older, I was just like, try it.
What is this?
whatever.
What is this? Yeah.
So in my teens, I started, kind of doing the regular things, sneaking drinks here and there.
Right.
And then as I got older, it just kept on developing from there. And I mean, now as I'm older,
Right.
it's like maybe I'll have a drink, with my dinner, but nothing too crazy like how it was back when I was in my mid 20s.
Okay.
So
I mean, myself, I've been married for now 17 years. And before I met my wife, I was a heavy drinker, heavy smoker,
yeah, I remember you telling me.
all kind of things bad, It didn't help the company that I kept around me, So that just
It
was
definitely wouldn't have helped.
enabling. Exactly.
If I'd have known you back in the day, it would
Oh,
probably would have been
dude.
worse.
We'd probably be in a bar right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, but just to get through that and to come out better on the other side and stronger, it's like it's a blessing. Is now it's like 6 years, no smoking, and like almost 17 years, a little over 17 years, no drinking.
Right.
I mean, we might have like a glass of wine on New Year's or like a birthday party or something like that, but it's so strict, you know. And
I mean, it's kind of just tradition.
It's
to go
traditional,
with
exactly.
Either a glass of wine or a
Exactly.
glass of champagne
right,
for
right.
either way, whether it be there's two occasions for me, whether it be Thanksgiving
Yeah.
or New Year's
Right.
would be the other one. So it's kind of hard for you to 100% get away from it
Right.
because it's always going to be there. You know what I
Right.
mean? But with that being said, it's imagine how it's been a long journey for us to kind of veer away from our
Vices, yeah.
our vices, but how many people aren't struggling with it now? I
Bro.
mean, you see a lot of people out on the street sleeping on sidewalks and whatnot, and
Yep.
and the only reason why is because they're developing this addiction to whether it be some type of drug.
It's a dependency.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like they rather stick with the addiction than get help and stay at home with their families.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's been running rampant in our country for so long,
This is getting worse.
and I don't see it getting any better anytime soon.
My fear is because it's it's trickling down to our kids. You know what I mean? I asked my son is 14, he's in high school. I asked him like what type of experiences does he have? Like, if anyone ever approached him, asked him if he want to take any pills or anything like that. He says he goes in the bathroom, there's smoke everywhere. You smell marijuana smoke, vaping, people are doing pills. This is high school, bro. He just started high school and he's already encountering all these things.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing that everybody says, oh, I know what kind of kid I have. And you don't know what kind of kid you have until they're put in that situation. You know what I mean? And he's been put in that situation. He says, there's no way that I would try anything like that. It's like, I'm playing football. I was like, these are my goals. He has goals, which I really love. He has goals, and he knows that if he does anything like that, those goals are gone. you know?
Right.
So,
Well, that's the upside, that you've actually been able to raise your kids the right way, and they've stayed away from those things in life.
Right.
Because I mean, just within Ventura County, you start seeing an incline of a lot of these teenagers, and then up into their late teens, and then into their early
Right.
20s, they're either popping pills or doing some type of heroin or crack or whatever the case may be, right? So it's I mean, just last night I ended up hearing about I guess a kid in his early to mid 20s. He ended up ODing in Oxnard.
oh wow.
So it's a struggle, man. I don't really see any of these kids
Right.
being brought up in the right path for them to stay away. You know, there's a good example, like for instance with your kids. You know, if they're brought up in the right household with good morals and good ethics,
Right.
then obviously they're going to be staying away from that type of stuff, because in the back of their heads it's like, and I know personally because of experience,
Right.
if I'm going to be doing something, I'm going to have either my mother's voice in the back of my head or my grandma's,
Exactly.
reminding me that there's certain things that I shouldn't
Right.
touch, that I should get away from.
My son is actually the reason why I quit smoking. I was outside smoking one day, and he came up to me and was like, Dad, why do you smoke? And
Yeah.
I couldn't give him a good answer. You know what I mean? It's like, how come you just don't stop? I was like, I can't stop. You
It
know what I
was
mean?
the opposite for me.
Like, something that should be so simple to answer, you know? It's like, took everything in me not to like break down. Like, this is my son. He's like, really.
See, and that's the
concerned
problem
about
with me. The problem with me is the fact that I have every excuse in the book. You know, and I know that that's not good of me to say, but it's again, it's been an addiction that I've been dealing with for years.
Right.
And even needless to say with that is the fact that I still do my due diligence for me to stay away from it.
Right.
Just because of the fact that I know that number one, it's bad for your health, and two, I want to stick around for me to enjoy my time with my family.
Right.
So yeah, man.
See, you know what? And hold on, just to reiterate about that. The one thing I don't do is I don't lie to my kids about my past.
Same.
My past is my past, and I want them to know about it so they don't make that same mistake.
Yeah, because it's a good example for them to have. You know, it's like dad ended up going this in this trajectory
all the way to homelessness. All the way to homelessness.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So it's like it's a good example for them to stay away from that lifestyle and those habits, because who's gonna want to be, you know, living on the streets, man?
Exactly.
With no support whatsoever.
And then they just heard about this kid over at El Camino High School just overdosed on fentanyl. And he was, I mean, supposedly, I didn't hear much about him, but what I heard was he was a good student. He didn't get in any trouble. He's just something that he wanted to try, and that just that one time trying something, he's gone, you know?
That's rough.
I feel for those parents, man. It's crazy.
Because I mean, and that's something that I was actually having to talk with my wife last night, is the fact that how, and again, speaking from experience, how easy is it for you to get into something without keeping in mind the consequences that are later to follow.
Right.
You know, and unfortunately in a situation like that, it's you're over here, you're doing something in order for you to get that feeling, right? But then
you're
like,
just chasing
for instance,
it.
with this kid, unfortunately he ended up passing away
because he just wanted to try something.
But little does he know that there are people left behind that now have to deal with the grief.
They got to pick up all those pieces, man, and it's tough, man.
Yeah,
it's tough. It doesn't. A lot of people. That's why I say a lot of them are selfish, because they don't see. And I know it's an addiction because I've been through it. But you, like, while you're in that addiction, you don't see how selfish it is and how much other people that you're hurting. You know what I mean? In the process of you chasing whatever you're chasing.
Right.
You know? And it's like, it affects everyone around you, man. Not just you.
True. That's true.
Okay, yeah. What else you got, man? Let's see. Stimulus checks, man. I guess, well, sorry, not stimulus checks. The inflation relief checks that everyone just got.
I'll be honest, I still haven't checked. I
got mine.
This minute, I still haven't checked.
Mine.
So okay, well, what was it for?
Well, like the title entails, it's inflation relief.
Okay.
I guess because, you know, all the gas prices going up and just the cost of living, period, groceries and what have you, everything is going up.
So
this is like to offset. This is coming from.
Is this coming from just the state, or is it federal?
I believe this is federal. Yeah, this is federal.
Okay, so it's nationwide. It's not just in California.
It's not just in California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we had a hell of a surplus, so I wonder where that is going. They haven't heard much about that. And we got all these gas prices going on. Why don't they just cancel the gas tax, at least for this year or something, to help everyone out? But they're not going to go that route.
One thing, and to the viewers, if they want to correct me if I'm wrong, you know, by all means. But to my understanding is that the one thing that the president doesn't have control over is anything to do with gas prices.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So, to my understanding, it's I guess all these petroleum companies that are skyrocketing these prices, right? And then they up the taxes because they want to go ahead and profit. So at the end of the day, no matter how many times the president might say, or if we're making up a scene, you know, they're not going to go ahead and budge. They're not going to lower the prices. Why? Because it's all based money,
exactly.
Dude.
That's everything is lining their pockets. So
yeah, exactly.
they're not going to forego that, of course. But for some reason, why is California like the only state where it's like
$3-4
six something more
here
gallon?
than
You know what
compared to the entire nation.
Yeah,
as a
and
matter of
everywhere
fact.
else is like between like $3 and $4. Over here, $6, almost $7 a gallon, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And supposedly they're supposed to be, I guess, releasing like 1 million barrels of that winter blend that we supposedly have or whatever. What the hell is that? I don't know what even that is.
No idea. I the first I hear about it, but again,
It's crazy, man. I mean,
how much is this check really gonna help us? Though?
it's not. Look, because these gas prices are going to keep going. These checks are a one-time thing. Not saying we need more checks or whatever. But
At
I
the
mean,
end of the day, look, the way that I see it, even if there were a surplus, but let's say that's how they're wording it.
right.
Is it the truth though? That's the other thing that
Yeah, because
worries me.
we don't
because
know.
Check this out, and I understand that there may be a reason as to why we're devaluing the dollar.
Right.
I understand that, but at the end of the day, what the people on top don't understand is that us middle or lower class are the ones that are suffering the most.
Of course.
And
yeah.
I can't stress that enough. I mean, we've been saying that over and over in the past videos, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, we're not too far from the truth.
No, it's not. I mean, if you look at it, the people that are in the top like 5%, I mean, they're not hurting for anything right now.
No.
The gas prices don't mean anything. Okay, the gas is up. Okay, whatever. They're able to still fill their cars up.
Yeah.
No problem.
As a matter of fact, just put it this way, we're struggling with maybe 1 or 2 vehicles in our garage, right? While these people are having like,
5 or
I'm not
6.
gonna mention names,
Yep.
but I know of a certain someone. Let's say in the San Fernando Valley
Okay.
that has an entire warehouse full of cars,
Okay. Yeah.
and I'm sure they're okay with it.
Yeah. And
While you and I are
every
struggling
car
with 1 or 2 cars.
is full of gas, no problem.
Yeah.
One swipe,
Yeah.
done.
So like I said, I really don't see this check being any type of help. It may help for maybe the first few weeks.
Yeah, it's
From
it's
here to
definitely
maybe 3 weeks from now, right?
it's a band-aid
but-
fix, bro.
It's not gonna help for the long run.
Of course not. I mean, it's not meant. It's meant to pacify. And plus, why is it being done like right before an election? I mean, November is right around the corner.
That's true.
You know what I mean? This is to get, we're helping you, so now help us. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be more the same.
That's
It's gonna be more the
in
same,
all
bro.
parties, man. That it's not just with the current president.
Oh, of
right
course
now.
not. Yeah, that's
I mean, how many things haven't surfaced within, let's just say, the last 6 months? You know, dirt on
Right.
a former,
exactly.
and then certain politicians doing their what they consider their due diligence, right, on this whole immigration
Right.
ordeal. So it's like I said, it's not just the current president right now. It's all parties are doing
involved.
something in order for them to get some type of attention.
Right. I mean, look. I mean, excuse my language, but politics right now is a shit show, bro.
It's been
It's. I mean, of course, it's
It's
been. It hasn't been for the people in so long. It's all about their interests and to get them reelected or elected, or to push their narrative, or it's about Democrats or Republicans. It's not about we the people anymore. It's about my party versus your party. And it shouldn't be like
I
that,
see
bro.
it. I see it a little. I'll give you a bit more of a description, I guess you could say, or I'll narrow it down. I put it that way. It's not even that. It's who's got the deeper pockets,
Oh yeah.
and not who's got the bigger pockets, but can that person with the bigger pockets stay on top?
Well, the way they stay on top is with us voting. And if they giving us things to pacify us, then
That's what I'm telling
then
you,
we're
dude.
gonna vote for them
Everyone's
because we're
gonna
getting
go
something
ahead,
from them. You know what I mean?
no matter what party it is, everyone's gonna go ahead and do something in order for them to favorite the crowd
But this is another reason why.
until they get in office, and then we all know
Of
it's
course,
just the same thing.
They say this. They do that same song and dance
Yeah,
every time it's election
and it's
time.
unfortunate, man.
You know, then they go
because
right back to doing the same things all
It's
over again.
unfortunate because us
Nothing
as a
changes.
country, we honestly we need someone to man the ship and be able to guide this country in the right direction. In my opinion, it hasn't really been something positive in quite some time.
Right.
And like we've been stressing time and time again, the only ones that are gonna have to suffer the bigger size of the consequence is the generations after us.
Yeah. I mean,
Again, it's unfortunate.
I'm gonna say something very controversial, and I'm probably gonna get some flack for it, but it's okay. It is what it is. Though I may not have liked his rhetoric
Oh God, I know where you're going with this.
and the things that he says and the things that he stood for, like as an individual. Our last president, he got shit done, bro.
No, he didn't. What did he get done?
He got a lot of shit done, bro. I mean, look at how the market was. Look at the fucking jobs and everything. Look at gas prices. Everything that is
He didn't
crazy
have
now.
anything to do. And look at the let's go this. Okay, you want to have that conversation?
Look,
Fine.
hold on. You're gonna say that your life was not better back then than it is now.
It was already going to shit.
Okay, but that's not his doing, and I'm not saying that's Biden's doing either. It's been on a steady
Let's-
decline.
Let's put it this way: the whole situation with covering up everything that he's covered up, and now that it's surfaced. So you're gonna tell me that type of a person is who you want in office?
No. That's why I said the shit that he did, the things that he did in his personal life. Okay, I understand.
But it wasn't just his personal life; it was while he was in office. Is what I'm getting at.
Dude, but look, a lot of Democratic
And not
presidents have
just
done a
that.
lot of
Hold on a
stuff.
second. Not just that. It's the fact that what was he doing for the immigration reform? Absolutely nothing.
No, you don't want no immigrants here, bro. You don't want immigrants here.
So that's what I'm saying. So how did that individual benefit us for him to be in office?
But hold on. But nothing about immigration. Okay, he limited the amount of people that were coming into this country, which is what it was supposed to be. We're supposed to have borders that are secure. Our borders are pretty much wide open right now. We just had over 2 million more immigrants come in, and there's barely enough resources and stuff that we got right now for the people that are here.
Yeah, but at the on the flip side, you have to understand.
But they're letting more people in because they want those people to become Democrats and have more votes.
Well, it's not just that, man. It's let's put that aside. It's the fact that look at what's going on right now worldwide. There's the whole pandemic still affecting everyone, right? Then the whole issue,
according to Biden, it's over.
The whole issue that happened over in Afghanistan was another one. There was people fleeing all over the place.
Right.
They were wanting to leave Afghanistan because of what was going on, right? All right, so that's number 2. Number 3, the whole situation with and here's something that I actually want to touch base on our next pod, but the situation that's going on right now in Armenia.
Okay.
Right. So again, people fleeing because they don't want what's going on there to go in and affect them. So they're fleeing, right? Okay, that's number 3. Number 4, the whole situation that's happening in Ukraine, right? Russia and Ukraine right now. You know that a lot of people are fleeing both of the countries. Number 1, Russia, they're leaving because they don't want to deal with the whole draft, right? And then Ukrainians are leaving because they don't want to deal with their people dying, their homes being destroyed. They have nothing, right? So people are leaving that country. Not to mention how many other situations are going on.
I totally get that.
That's what I'm saying.
I get it,
like,
bro.
although we may not have the resources to help these people out, but the least we can do, in my opinion, is at least give them shelter.
Okay.
So
And then what?
So, well, I mean, how has our history in this country been? You know, since the creation of this country, it's people have been put to work, right? And then they better their lives.
Okay.
And then they become a part of our society.
Well, yeah,
That's how it's been
in theory,
time,
that's how
right?
it's supposed to be, but that's not how it is.
I'm not
today.
saying that 100% of the people that are fleeing, they're going to go ahead and do that.
I mean, look,
but there's a good portion that are.
If there are people that need asylum, then okay. I mean, and it's like it's real. Like they really, really need asylum. Like we know what's going around.
Okay, here's hold on. Let me stop you there. Let me give you another example. And I know this because it's exactly what ended up happening with my family, and that's the reason why we're here. So right now, Salvador is going through a huge reform. They're trying to get rid of the number one problem, which is a gang issue that they have. I'm not gonna go ahead and mention anything, but they have a gang situation going on in El Salvador that's been there for years, right? Finally, a president's been taken into place, and now he's trying to resolve the situation. Well, a lot of those people are trying to flee because problems are still arising, right? So that's just El Salvador that we're talking about. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go over to Nicaragua. Nicaragua is going right now through situations with Daniel Ortega, which is a president from out there, that, I mean, he's had a rapport of being the type of a person that he is, the type of president that he is. And so same thing, man. A lot of people from Nicaragua has been leaving and coming over here because they're trying to better their situation, trying to flee the country. So again,
okay, and I trust me, I understand what you're saying. Trust me, I get it. I understand what you're saying, but I keep hearing people from other countries are trying to better their place over here. But what about the people that are here that need to better their lives and they can't do it because all the resources are being taken up by people from other countries? What about the people that are here? We got to take care of us first, or we can't take care of anybody else. But we have too many people coming in. We can't take care of us first.
To my knowledge, though, everyone's been being helped. You know, it's look at how many jobs are. Let's just go ahead.
Look how many of our veterans are not being helped.
No, well, that's understandable.
You know what I mean?
Let me tell you this: how many jobs have opened just within this last year? You see help wanted signs all over the place, and I know that because
that's because people are still not wanting to come to work. People still want to work from home.
Where are you telling me that their people need help from then? If they're not willing to go and work,
no. I'm saying most people still want to work from home. That's what I'm saying.
That's a choice that those people are making.
Well, yeah. Well,
you understand? So, but it's like what the money is there. The job opportunities are there.
Okay.
I understand that a lot of people got comfortable and they want to work from their home.
Of course.
I get that, right?
Right.
But fact of the matter is that jobs are still available. If you need the money that bad and you're really...
I'll give you this. Okay. When it's our turn, when this nation falls, where are we going to go? Who's going to open their border to help us?
Do you see that happening within the next
I'm just
10
saying,
years?
like, this is a hypothetical. Like, we help everybody else, and we keep interfering in everybody else's conflicts and injecting our rhetoric and everything in everybody's
right now.
Exactly, but it's like
it's happening right. Look,
so what happens when we need that?
People that I know have.
There's no place that can take all of us.
Not all of us, but I mean, how
many millions and millions of us every year.
How many people have spread out? I mean, I know a couple of families personally that have left to Spain.
Okay.
I know a couple families that have ended up in Mexico.
Yep.
I know a couple families that ended up moving out to Canada. So it's like, I understand that you want to go and debate that, but I mean, it's happening. People are leaving the U.S. because of how our economy is right now, and they're going to other countries. So it's already happening.
Yeah. It's sad, man.
It is sad.
It's sad, bro. I mean, I wish it was better. I wish there was like a one fix all type of thing, you know what I mean, for all this stuff going on around the world, but it's just not, man. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It's unfortunate.
It's a difficult time right now, man.
I mean, I definitely see both points of view. Definitely, I see where you're coming from. Definitely. And like I said, I'm sympathetic to it, bro. I really, really am. Like my heart goes
Well,
out
you
to
should
him.
be because it's affecting your home.
Of course, of course. Like that's why I said I'm sympathetic to it, like because it affects me as well. But you gotta look at the big picture. It's like we can't keep sustaining everyone, or it's gonna crumble, bro.
All I know is that it's like I said, the resources are there.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we have next?
All right. On a lighter note, how about tech nostalgia, i.e., old school cell phones, pagers, video consoles, all that good stuff.
I miss my NES. The whole.
That's the only way to get it to work, bro.
Yeah.
I hate when I go over to like a cousin's house and you blow it and you like the cousin had the stank breath and you go and blowing it and it's like it smells bad. It's like, come on, bro.
Bro, I used to beat on my NES for it to work. Like I will blow on the cartridge first, stick it in, and pop, pop, pop.
I think everybody did that, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the good old days, bro. I mean, I go all the way back to Atari, bro. Like Pitfall and Jungle Hunt and stuff
I
like
may
that.
have played like maybe two
Oh my
games
God,
on the
bro.
Atari, but obviously I was the generation after with the
Right,
NES. Remember the Sega?
Yeah, of course.
The original Sega
I
Genesis.
got it when it first came out.
So
Yeah.
I had the Sega Genesis, I had the Sega Dreamcast, and then what was the other one? The Sega Saturn.
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah, I got the Dreamcast. Yeah.
I had all three of those.
Oh wow.
And then from Nintendo, I ended up having the NES. I had the N64. And my sister, you know what she got?
What?
She,
Something just popped in my head right now.
I kind of know where you were going with that. And my sister had the GameCube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Did you ever have a Game Boy
yeah, I had that too, actually.
with a little thing on the extender on top to make
Yeah.
it like? Oh my god, bro! So
I
you
had
see it in the
that.
dark.
I had the original
Game Boy Color?
I had the original Game Boy, and then I upgraded to the Game Boy Color. Then I think what was the one after that? Because there was another big one, almost looked like the PS.
Oh, I had it. The PSP
No, not the PSP. There was one for Nintendo,
for Nintendo.
but it looked like the PSP.
The Switch.
Was it the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, because
No,
Switch,
no, no,
just
no.
a Switch. You can it's handheld
No,
or you
not
can.
not the Switch, not the Switch. It was before that.
Whoa, what the hell?
There was a little handheld.
For Nintendo.
Yeah, it was after the Game Boy. After the Game Boy Color, as a matter of fact.
Wow. I don't know if anyone out there like knows like what it was. Please let us know.
How about you do this?
Please
Look
put
it
in
up
the
on your phone.
You really want me to look it up? Okay.
Don't tell me your phone's like that shitty right now.
Hey, bro. Don't judge me, bro.
You might as well go back to a beeper if we're really talking about
Bro.
tech nostalgia.
Bro, you know how many beepers I had? Dude, I had like 3-4 beepers at one time.
Yeah, I missed the remember the see-through blue one?
Yes.
I had one of those back in the day.
I had the all black one. I had the one with see through the little chain that you had.
Yeah.
To put it, dude. Oh my god, bro, so crazy.
What else?
I remember like old school cartoons, bro. Like
I remember Sonic.
Still Silverhawks, He-Man,
I remember those.
Voltron, like Thundercats. Like those are my cartoons, man.
What else do I remember from back in the day? Well, I mean, because I was late 80s, so it was more of like the 90s cartoons, like Doug, Hey Arnold.
Nintendo DS.
Was it the yes, the
DS?
DS, the
There you
little
go.
handheld.
Yeah, the DS.
Yeah. So there was that. So anyway, another one that I ended up enjoying.
Or
Another cartoon.
there was one called Game Boy Advanced.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't the DS. It was because the DS was after the Advanced.
Okay, yeah,
I
exactly.
remember that now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I had the Advanced.
Thanks to one of our viewers. Appreciate that.
Yeah. That. Yeah. What other cartoons can I think of that remember Ren and Stimpy?
Of course. Oh my, the
Yeah,
raunchiest.
that was
the
my-
raunchiest kind of cartoon, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Rocko's Modern Life.
They're
was
actually
another one.
to go back to Ren and Stimpy. They're coming out with a movie soon.
Really?
Yes, like a feature length movie. Crazy, bro. It's like, but half the people they don't know who Ren and Stimpy is, or are.
We do.
Of course. So it's for us. We're gonna go out and see it.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to go watch that.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh man, what else do I remember from back in the day?
Bro, I mean, when the first PlayStation came out, I was a kid. I was
the gray one.
The gray one, yeah.
Yes,
bro. I saved up money for that. I would think I was working like at Target. I was probably like 17 or something like that.
I ended up saving for the PlayStation 2, and then the PlayStation 3 was the last console.
I still have yet to get the PS5. I got the PS4, but I have yet to get
a lot of people still have the 4.
Yeah, it's great, bro.
Not many people have gotten the 5, and it's because it's what I've heard, it's hard to get.
It's really hard to get a hold of. I've seen a couple places that were selling it for like way more than they're supposed to be selling because they know that the demand is high.
I ended up seeing it last night for like $2,100.
Yeah, and it's just
like,
the console.
Why would you go and?
But there's a digital one, and then there's a one for actual like disc.
Oh, okay.
So
I'd prefer the one with the disc.
I prefer the one with the disc too.
Yeah.
Because if I have games from PS4, I would love to still play those on.
Well, not only that, but imagine if you don't have any like internet access.
It's obsolete. Yeah.
You know,
that's pretty crazy, man.
I've pretty much stuck to my phone now. Like any gaming or anything like that. Like,
yeah, how do you get by in 2022 without a damn game console, man? Like,
because
how are you still sane?
Okay, here's a good example. Two sports that I'm really into is soccer and basketball. And I don't know if you know, but you know it's coming up in November.
What?
The World Cup.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been I've been playing FIFA on my phone.
Good God.
I've been playing FIFA on my phone.
Bro, I can't go without my GTA. If I have to play that. Like that's just that's my go-to game, bro. I've had it ever since it came out, and
that I would not play on a phone. I would.
You have to have a console.
That, yeah.
And then they have the new God of War Ragnarok.
I miss that game.
It's coming out, bro. I've been playing the original God of War, like the most recent one, and I'm almost to the end right now, and it's still a great game, bro.
Here's a question.
It's still a great game.
If we're talking about games, did you ever get to play on the PlayStation Assassin's Creed?
Oh, of course, yeah.
I love the freaking.
I mean,
did you ever get to see the movie? The movie, I was just like, why?
It's like, yeah. I mean, I didn't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin the game by seeing the movie. And then, like,
you don't want to watch the movie, trust me.
I mean, I like Michael Fassbender. He's a great actor. I like him as Magneto in X-Men, but I don't see him as. Who is he supposed to be playing? Was it Enzo? It's like, bro, no. I'm glad I didn't see it. Bro.
I watched it. As a matter of fact, I think I own it. Because I was just like,
you bought that piece of it.
Yeah, I mean, because I was a huge Assassin's Creed fan.
Right.
You know?
So you automatically think it's gonna be good.
Exactly, and that wasn't the because when, for instance, when the game for PlayStation Spider-Man came out, right? So the comic was great. Then all of a sudden they made the game fantastic, right? Then all of a sudden they made the movie just as good.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right.
It's gonna be more along those lines.
Assassin's Creed has to be just as good.
I mean,
right?
it's more. I mean, you can adapt that more to a real world thing. So
yeah,
it's not so much fantasy in it, you know.
But still, it was a great storyline. So I thought it was gonna be something good. So I went and I bought it. Right, like the day of that it came out, I went and I bought it, and I watched it, and I was like,
Why?
It does not beat the game whatsoever.
They need to make a new Infamous. I don't know if you ever played a game called. I played Infamous 1, Infamous 2. Some of the best games, man.
Uncharted was another.
Uncharted is great too, but again with the movie, bro.
The movie.
Why did they do that? No,
the movie was just as good. I liked it.
Wrong casting.
Okay, granted.
They picked Tom Holland because he's hot right now. That's it.
But the storyline was on point. You know, because I played the game.
The storyline is the storyline, but
75% of the storyline from the movie, it actually matched up to the game.
well, yeah, but okay, well, the storyline it runs itself. You know what I mean? It's not like, but you need better actor. Like, come on, Mark Wahlberg as Sully? Seriously, bro? Come on, bro. They could have did, but there's so many actors that could have played Sully. They could have got the.
In my opinion, I agree. Okay, I agree, but Mark Wahlberg was still a great actor.
Tom Holland as Nathan Drake.
Yeah, no, that didn't fit.
Come on, he could have been young Nathan Drake, and then they could have, up to someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody else. Anybody else.
Will Smith.
Will Smith could have played. He was just slapping people left and right, bro.
Denzel Washington.
Anybody. Morgan Freeman, bro. He could have played that part. Morgan Freeman could have been Sully.
Yeah.
Shit. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro. They need to stop doing this to these movies, bro. They're just throwing them together.
Yeah.
Just trying to make a buck because this actor's hot right now or this actor's hot right now. And they're messing movies up. Just like I said, Venom 2. That movie was thrown together so fast because the first one did so good. Yeah. They just threw shit together, bro.
Yeah. All right, so I think we covered tech nostalgia.
Yeah.
For the most part. So I guess all that's really left is for us to do random questions.
Want random questions?
Again.
Man, look, we really need you guys to send in some questions that you want us to answer online. You know what I mean? So.
All right, random questions.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do random questions.
All right. You want to start?
Yeah.
All right.
I got actually a pretty good one for you.
I have no answer.
No, you probably do. You probably do.
Okay, go for it.
You know that Fast 10's coming out, right?
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, what's your opinion on that?
When is it gonna stop? Dude, I think it's gone past what it was meant to be. I mean, it's nice. I mean,
I'm not gonna give any spoilers for the people that haven't watched the previous one, but I went to go watch it, and I'm not looking forward. I just want to see, because supposedly it's supposed to be it.
This is supposed to be the fun.
This is supposed to be done.
Okay.
So I want to go watch it to see what it's good, like what the finale is gonna be like.
Right.
But I don't have high hopes for it, to be honest.
I mean, I thought it was done like at 8 or even before that, but it just kept going. And then they had that spin-off with Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, that was horrible too.
That was, I mean, the CGI and everything, it was just like too much, bro.
The fact that they brought John Cena.
It's like, we need another big name in here. Who are we going to have? Because him and what's called The Rock and Vin Diesel don't get along at all.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
And then Idris Elba, come on, they brought him in there too. It was like,
yeah, you're right.
What was he like, Black Superman? He said he literally said he was Black Superman. He was black. He even called himself Black Superman in the movie. It's crazy, bro.
All right, what you got for me?
How do you feel about Henry Cavill reprising his role in supposedly a new upcoming Superman movie? But first, he's gonna do a cameo in Black Adam.
You know who should be Superman again?
Who?
The guy that did Smallville.
What's his name? Tom. Yeah, Tom. God, that's so bad. I have that series.
Anyway,
Tom Welling.
Yes.
Yeah.
He should come back and do Superman.
He was great as Superman.
That's what I'm saying.
He was great. Yeah. I thought I thought he was gonna be the Superman in the movies, but then they go in with Cavill. So, but he's like 50 now, right?
Something like that, yeah. But
Cavill's like he's like in his 30s, bro.
He did a cameo, as a matter of fact,
on the show, on the CW show.
I think it was on Arrow or something,
Yeah, it was like Crisis on Infinite Worlds, something like that. Yeah. I saw that.
Bro, he still looks good.
Yeah, he did. He did look the same.
That's what I'm saying. He could still reprise his role.
Yeah, I mean, they can de-age him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they do that anyway.
I mean, they digitally wiped out Cavill's mustache, and it was so bad. It was so bad, bro. Another question.
Okay.
This is about Marvel. Have you watched any of the Disney Plus shows?
No, as a matter of fact, because you mentioned it last time, my wife and I ended up getting the subscription just last night.
That's right.
So we got the $20 package one, which
Yeah.
it has like ESPN
Hulu
Plus,
and everything else. Yeah,
Hulu
it's a
with
good
no
deal.
ads,
It's
yeah.
a good deal. I
So I was just like, I gotta jump on that. So we got it last night.
Okay, watch Werewolf by Night.
Okay,
It just came out. This is like a special presentation.
got it.
Awesome, bro.
There was
Awesome.
here's a question for you. Is Doctor Strange on there?
Yeah. Yes.
I have to
All
watch.
Marvel,
I
yeah.
have to watch.
They even got
Doctor
like old
Strange
school
on there.
X-Men, the animated one.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
my wife was just like, "Oh, since we're gonna go ahead and get this, well, you're not gonna get any more movies, right?" And
I'm not gonna have to. It's all there for
But
you.
I'd rather have the physical copy because, like, if I say, for instance, if I travel, I'd have it on my phone anyway. But
Exactly.
but still, having the physical copy is always nice. And just
God forbid
the way I
something happens and all those get destroyed. Wherever you go, you'll still have Disney Plus, and you'll have
Well,
all of
okay,
them in your
well,
pocket.
Let's talk about this.
I mean, are they gonna be? Are you
what
gonna?
if I get no Wi-Fi? What if I get no internet?
Yeah.
I have the physical copy. Just pop it in. There you go. Voila.
What if all the power goes out?
Laptop.
You didn't charge your laptop.
Backup battery.
Backup battery's dead.
I hate you.
Hey. All right, we're good, bro. Like I said, send us your random questions and we'll definitely answer them here live. So,
I don't know if it'll be live.
it will not live. It'll be online though. It'll be on our next episode
Why do you think everything's live?
because I'm alive.
You're alive. You're not
alive.
live.
I'm live.
Well, I
right
mean,
now.
you're live to me right now because we're face to face.
Are we really? Or are we
Did
in
you
the
take the red or
Matrix?
the blue pill?
Get out of my head, bro.
All
right,
right,
man.
guys. Well, just like that, I think we're gonna cut it today. This has been good.
Yes.
Episode 5, I think is gonna be fire.
Right.
Hopefully, all of you guys enjoy.
Definitely.
And I guess we'll
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell
Please,
notification
yes.
so you know when we drop a new video.
make sure, like Dion said, if you guys have any other questions, drop them in the comment. That
Send
way
them
we
to us.
could submit your questions onto the next episode.
All
Right?
right. Yeah.
All right, guys. Just like that, we're out.
See you next time. Peace.
Peace.